What up, everybody? Welcome to a live edition. The live edition of the 9450. Codename WBB. Finally, we get to do a Keep It in 9450 episode. I'm Daniel Artest. Got Lolo here, who's pulling her Game 5 flu game moment for the podcast and stuff. Lauren's,
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to say a little under the weather. I mean, she's very under the weather, but we have to get the job done today because it is Sunday night and it was a lot of elite basketball play, some controversy. I don't know. I got my wine, so excuse me for now.
Oh boy, here. I didn't know you was drinking wine. Oh God. Okay.
Lolo, how you doing? How you feeling? How's your health, first of all, and everything?
Listen, y'all. I'm under the weather, so excuse my voice. I already have a deep voice to begin with, but now it's really on my Barry White ish. So yes, I'm under the weather. I have a 2-year-old that just started daycare. So he went there for 3 days and got sick, and then of course got me sick. So I'm getting over a cold, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to come and talk about all the great championship games that were played today. So
yeah. And the fact that Lauren's doing this on camera while sick is kind of elite, I guess. So kudos. Listen, actually, Cash App Lauren some cough medicine. Cash App 265 Media, yo, for real, man, for her doing this right now. So Cash App 265 Media for Lauren, so we could get her better. Dead ass. I need everybody to Cash App $6.96.
Hey, listen, that cold medicine is expensive. I got some NyQuil and Dayquil. That shit was $25. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. Come on. Let's get it. All right. So let's get right to it. So listen, today, some really good basketball games. We got to start off with Iowa versus Nebraska. And Iowa wins that game in overtime, 94-89. Caitlin Clark had 12 assists, 34 points, 30 in the second half and overtime. I got to pull up the stats, man. I'm sorry about that. Let me pull up these stats real quick. So basically, I like Murakowski from Nebraska. She had 23 and 13. Shelley had 16 points and 13 assists and everything. Hannah Stuckey had 25 points, 9 rebounds for Iowa as well. But listen, it was a really good game between those two teams, man. And the funny thing about it, though, Lo, is that Nebraska goes up by like 13 in the first half. Nebraska was not playing good basketball. Caitlin Clark was just missing shots. And I think I hit you up or I hit Kate out up. And I was just like, listen, all they got to do is just hit shots. Because they was playing great defense. It was just like the offense just had to catch up. And then once the offense caught up, it was all good. And then, they go to overtime. I'm like, why would Nebraska want to take this game to overtime? Like, there was no way they was going to win this game and stuff. But, what was your thoughts, before we get to the individual parts of the game? Like, what was your thoughts about the overall part of the game?
I mean, I think Nebraska came out firing on all cylinders. They shot the three well early, but then towards like the second quarter and like as it was going towards halftime, they started shooting extremely poorly. They were missing wide open shots. Like if they knocked down their shots, they would have won this game. As soon as it went into an overtime period, I'm like, it's no way that Caitlin Clark is going to allow her team to win because the momentum shift as they were going into overtime. For her to bring them back, I think they were down 7 with like less than 3 minutes to go. Maybe it was less than 2 minutes to go, but she just willed her team, literally individually willed her team back to win in those last couple of minutes. Terrible start for her, 0 for 9 from the beyond the arc, but good basketball players find ways to win. They find ways to affect the game in other ways, just in scoring, and the fact that she had 12 assists and 7 boards on top of 34 points. When you come out shooting as poorly as she did and you can still end the game with 34 points, I mean, she's just very good at the game of basketball. And it's not really much you can do. It's not really a discussion, a dispute. Like, she's just really good at basketball and she found a way to win. So her other teammates also stepped up for her. You already said Stokey and also Kate Martin also contributed with 13 points and 7 boards. So I think it was just like an all-around team effort. But when it was time to put the team on your back, Caitlin stepped up, and people often have things to say about Caitlin, but she's a ballsy player. It's ballsy to step into these moments and just confidently, step back and hit a three to put your team up, or just the plays that she makes. She's not afraid. And a lot of players, the pressure that's on her, like, she knows all eyes are always watching her at all times, and for her to always step up and answer the bell when needed, like, what more can you say about the kid, honestly?
Yeah, I agree. It was like Caitlin was just special in that second half. And the first half, I was just like, that's what happens with great basketball players. Like they're rushing. There's just a lot of energy in the arena and stuff. You got the people booing you. You got people cheering for you. It's just a lot of crazy energy in the arena. But like once Caitlin actually calmed down and slowed down, it was just easy for her. Once she hit her first like 3-point, I was like, yep, there it go. And it just kept on going and stuff. Like now, she took 29 shots, 12 for 29 on the day. I mean, but at this point of the season, honestly, because everything is one and done, you got to go out. You cannot leave no bullets in the holster. And that's just what it is. Like, we talk about it with Kobe Bryant and everything. Like when Kobe Bryant have bad shooting nights, but winning championships, listen, take the shots, live with the results, and go away from that. But, I think, and I want to just touch on Hannah Stokey real quick, because I remember, I think I texted you. I was like, listen, I'm about to follow her progress after Caitlin leaves and stuff. I know a lot of people's going to leave Iowa once Caitlin bounce, because, she's going on to the league, and, the wave is going to follow her. But, Hannah Stokey is special. She's a sophomore. She had a big game. We know she could score. She had that against Penn. I think she had 47 and 17 or something like that. Monster game. But like her progression from the freshman year to a sophomore year, man, really has been elite. I think that she's going to be a really solid pro, and she's going to get even more opportunities now that team is probably going to be hers. She was second best scorer on the team, averaging close to 15 points, almost 7 rebounds per game. Like, I think that the sky's the limit for her. And I know that we talk about, sophomores like, Raven Johnson and everything like that. But I think Hannah Stokey is definitely in that tier of great sophomore players and stuff. And as they move along, as she move along during her college career, how good can she be, when she gets on the WNBA's, radar, like where we see her at. She's a potential first round pick, potential lottery pick going forward. I really love what Hannah Stokey has been doing.
How do you think she looks when Caitlin's no longer on the team and she's the number one person as the scouting report is being built upon?
I think that she will be fine. I really think that she will be fine. I think that she's going to take advantage of that this summer when she's in her workouts and doing whatever she's doing in training and everything, and realize like, hey, this team could definitely be hers. And I think that she has a potential All-American career these next 2 years with the Iowa team. I think she wants to face it on. I mean, she was going head up when Caitlin Clark was struggling. We seen her step in, and have a great performance. So, yeah, I think that she's going to do fine.
I need to see a little more. I think it's easy to be good when you have a great player on your team. And that's no disrespect to her. But a lot of the looks that she's getting this year, she's going to be getting next year. When you have a player that is commanding all 5 defenders' eyes on them, you get a lot easier looks. So I need to see a little bit more of her game. I like her playing with Caitlin, but I need to see a little bit more of her game when she's not relying on a dynamic guard to get her essentially open. I want to see her do the work before she gets the ball. I want to see a lot of different things. But I do really, really like her. I think her game has a lot of upside. I'm just not predicting an All-American just until I see a little bit more of her without playing with such a great talent.
Yeah. Oh, yo, we got to talk about also Jazz Shelley, man, from Nebraska. Yo, I really enjoy watching her play. And it's funny because the Big Ten, they promote all these, well, not all these players. They promote, Caitlin Clark like crazy all the time. But it's funny because I'm watching Jazz Shelley. I'm like, all right, cool. She's competing. She's defending. She's hitting the three. I think that she only hit like 3 threes all game, but it felt like she hit like 5 or 6 threes today. It felt like she had more points than what she had. So like Jazz Shelley was really getting after it. I like the Makowski girl, the post player. She reminds me of Monica Zazano from Iowa.
I agree.
She really do. Like, I just really like how she was getting after that. That Nebraska team is real tough. That
They're tough.
Nebraska team is tough.
They're
You
tough,
know,
and they're the second best, I think, 3-point shooting team in the country, or I don't know if it's just in the Big Ten, but if they would have knocked down some of their open shots, we would be having a different conversation because they literally had the game. They had the game.
A very different conversation if they would have hit their shots and stuff. And then also the veterans from the other side, you know, with Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin, like them two right there was like really good, really good. Yeah, exactly. Really, really big games from all of them. This was a total team effort until Caitlin Clark was able to get loose. And then when she got loose, it was just over. But the funny thing, though, Caitlin Clark was still getting to the basket all game. Like, she was just missing the threes. She shot horrible from the threes. If you take the threes away, she had a really great game, you know. But I think that, you know, when you have those veterans, those upperclassmen that know how to play the game and stuff. So I think like Kate Martin was in college for 6 years. She's out there pulling her best she's Van Wilder. But, you know, like, you need those type of players, and that's how you win. And obviously when we get to USC versus Stanford as well with the veterans, you know, all that stuff matters, man. But it's a salute to those two players as well.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head in regards to just their seniority and their experience and just their overall maturation. Like, you know, when you have gone through different tournaments and different like close games like that, the game kind of slows down for you when you've been in that situation before. So I think seniority was definitely on their side today. And like you said, I agree. It was a team effort because we all saw Caitlin did not have the greatest game, especially in the first half. So I know she can, you know, relax and let her hair down because the team showed up for her and then she was able to carry them over the hump. And that's all you can ask for. They won 3 straight Big Ten championships. What a way to go out. You know, I think, you know, winning a natty would be even better. But I'm seeing more from this Iowa team than I thought that they had, you know, so Caitlin Clark centered that it was good to see the others step up and, you know, basically have her back, you know.
Exactly. But honestly, if Caitlin Clark had, you know, 12 assists, you know, even though she was struggling offensively, she still was able to create offense. Did she technically have a bad game? You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people really put a
poor shooting night, but did not have a bad game. No.
Yeah, I think because a lot of people do put the onus on the shots and everything like that. And I feel like that with her, you shouldn't, because she does so much other stuff. In addition to leading the league in scoring, leading the country in scoring, she led the country in assists too as well. So she's creating all this offense, getting these players the shots in their right spots, keeping them confident and everything like that. I really don't think that like she really had a bad game. Like, yeah, the shooting, I wouldn't even say the shooting could be better. Like, she has to take them shots. You know, she really has to take them type of shots. That's how the offense is built. It's not like a real team-centric offense like what South Carolina does. It's not that type of offense. They have to rely on her, and you're going to get them shooting those percentages 12 for 29 and everything. And that's just,
I
that's
agree.
just the way to go.
I am not one of the people that have an issue with her taking as many shots. I think she did shoot poorly today. I mean, that's not a secret.
Yeah.
But I don't think that constituted her whole game. Like, if she just shot poorly and didn't affect the game in any other way, I would deem it a bad game. But overall, she had a poor shooting night, but she was able to will her team single-handedly. If you watch the last 3 minutes of the game until overtime, if Caitlin Clark wasn't on that team, they wouldn't have won the game. Like, she single-handedly willed them. If she wasn't scoring, she was assisting whoever scored the ball. So, can you really have a bad game when you lead your team to victory when they need you the most? I don't think so. I think you can. I wouldn't disagree if somebody said she had a poor shooting night. She did shoot.
Yeah.
But she's good enough to know that. Too. Yeah, she tried to move the puppies. She tried. I saw her out there trying. We need a lot more work, but she did what she had to do. Most of the time, I just want to at least see effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just at least see effort.
That's half the battle. All right, so I guess we can move on to our next game and stuff.
Hold on, real quick, before we move on, shout out also to Caitlin. Look, another game, another record being broken on Friday. She became the all-time leader for the 3-point field goals made in a single NCAA season. She tied it before, but this time she beat Steph Curry, which is a great, great accomplishment because you're talking about arguably the best shooter ever. People deem him as literally the best shooter ever. So she broke that record. So I just wanted to give her flowers. It seems like, every game this year she's breaking some type of record, and what a great senior year, like what a great senior year. So
it's crazy because like I know we're about to move on, but it's kind of crazy. Like we just have like the Caitlin Clark Central. I don't know because we just talk about her a little bit too much, but she really is a special talent, man. And I just want to say this before we move on real quick that I think that her game is going to translate to the WNBA easier than what people are thinking. She's just so dangerous as a player. She's a willing passer, and once. Obviously, when she gets to the league, she's going to be playing with better players, not even knocking her teammates. She's going to play with better players that's going to hit them shots. I'm predicting a top 5 in assists leader for Caitlin Clark as a rookie, and another thing, like, because the team that she's going on, you got Mitchell there. They got to worry about her. They're going to double. Aaliyah Boston's still getting quadruple team in the pros. So you got to worry about her. Then, and Aaliyah Boston's a great passer. And then also Nalissa Smith, she got to work on her passing, but she's a bucket though, So like, I feel like as a pro, Caitlin Clark is going to the best possible situation for her because the attention until when she goes against Brittany Sykes, that's different though. I think Brittany Sykes probably gonna get her though. Brittany Sykes probably gonna get her. She's a different type of defender. Yeah. That's gonna be the welcome to the W moment right there. But I think that is just going to be easier than what we was thinking. That's from what I was seeing. And I was even with the misses, I was just like, yeah, she's going to play with better players. It's over and stuff. But let's move on to NC State versus Notre Dame, which Notre Dame got the win 55-51. I really didn't see a lot of the game because honestly, watching the first game wore me out. To be honest, I had to take a break. I felt like I played basketball. I was like, all right, let me take a break. Let me go breathe and stuff like that. But, I did see a little bit of the end of it and a big win for Coach Neil Ivey, getting her first conference tournament win as a coach. She won it as a player and as an assistant and everything. And big shout outs to Hannah Hidalgo. She had 20.6 rebounds, 6 assists and everything. And man, I just wish that Olivia Miles was just playing in these type of moments right there. I cannot wait till next year when we get a Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles backcourt, especially if Olivia is as healthy as I think that she's going to be. Thank God to modern medicine that a knee injury is not what it used to be. It's not a death sentence no more. So I'm really excited to see how Olivia Miles bounce back, and it's going to be lit. But I don't know if you've seen all of the game or whatever. But what was your thoughts like from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I watched all of the game. I'm a huge Hannah Hidalgo fan. Stan, actually, let me correct it. But yeah, I think that one thing I like about her game, and I put her in the beginning of the year, most of the year, I had Juju over Hannah. And I'm starting to turn the tide a little bit. And the reason why I'm starting to turn the tide is because you can literally see Hannah's growth every game. In the beginning of the season, she pressed a lot. She was very focused on scoring the basketball. Now she realizes, hey, I need to affect the game in more than just scoring in order for my team to win. So she started off, it was a rough start. I think she was like 0 for 6 or 0 for 7 from the field. Like you said, ended with 22 points, which is her 26th game this year of scoring 20 plus points or more. She was also named the most outstanding player of the tournament. And of course, Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year for the ACC as well. So shout out to her. But like I said, I think that she just knows how to control the game. Even if she is not scoring the basketball like at a high clip or high level, she's out there getting rebounds at 5'6". She's dishing and playmaking, and just her ability to get to the basket at will at 5'6" is just very impressive to me. I love fiery players that's going to tell you about how they're playing. Like those are my favorite type of players. When she scores, she's going to get in your face and yell. She's going she's just fiery, and the team goes off of her energy. I also like Citron. She started off the night right. She scored the first 7 points for them. And Westbelt, Maddie Westbelt, she's a hooper as well. They have a really good team, and they're going to be even better next year. They got a few freshmen coming in. I mean, like you said, once Olivia Miles comes back, I mean, best backcourt in the nation. Who's gonna have a better backcourt? Like when you talk about, like, South Carolina is the most complete team in my opinion, but in regards to like having like the best backcourt on paper, at least, when you have Hannah and Olivia Miles, I can't wait. A lot of people don't think that they'll be able to play well together because they think that they're both ball dominant, but Olivia Miles reminds me more of like Magic Johnson type of player in regards to like they can play make, but they can also score right from the guard position. So I think that with her being out all year, she can view the game from a different lens because she can see how Hannah's playing, and now she can see, okay, well, when I come in, I can do this to adjust to how she's playing, and I know what I can do to complement her. So I think, although it sucks that she was out all this year, I think it gives her a new perspective. You always hear when players go to the bench, whether they're injured or whatever they're suspended, whatever the case may be, when they get a view from the bench, they can see bits and pieces that they couldn't really see that were missing when they were actually playing the game. So I think, although it sucks that she didn't play this year, I think it'll be a very valuable lesson for her and a teaching moment for moving forward in regards to how her and Hannah will be able to work together next year. Shout out to Nielle. I mean, how great was it for Muffin McGraw to be calling like the game in regards to like, like after the game, she's on the presser or whatever. And so like just sitting there watching her look at her protege lead their team, to another ACC championship was just beautiful. I love the Notre Dame team. I think they're very underrated. And now Hannah Hidalgo was able to show her skill set on the national stage, and I love that for them.
Yeah. Hannah is just one of them special ones. You know what's funny? You said she's a Magic Johnson type of player. I feel like Hannah Hidalgo reminds me of a player, if they didn't go to the college that they went to, if they went to not a smaller school, but a school where they can actually let their game just go. If they had a coach to just let them go. She reminds me of Shannon Bobbitt, man. That's who Hannah Hidalgo remind me of.
I think she's better than Shannon Bobbitt.
I'll say this.
And I watched a lot of Shannon Bobbitt. I think she's better.
See, which Shannon Bobbitt you've seen, though? You've seen Tennessee Shannon Bobbitt, right?
Yeah.
See, there's a different type of Shannon. See, Shannon Bobbitt, when you get the Tennessee version of Shannon Bobbitt, that's that, Pat Summitt coach. Pat Summitt is not going to let.
Right. You're in a system.
It's a system. You know what I'm saying? But the Shannon Bobbitt that I know is the scorer with the ball handling, the play with the creativity and everything. Like, that's who like Hannah reminds me of and stuff. I do think that Hannah's definitely way better scorer.
That's what I mean by better. Yes.
Way better scorer, way better defender. But I do think that Shannon is like a obviously I think that she can control the pace of a game more. Even though Hannah, she creates the pace via her defense and stuff, because she probably averages like 6-7 points of steals per game. Like she's just an elite person and stuff. But it's just like that's just something that reminds me of.
I would say Shannon. I would say Irie Latta. They're all fiery players that are undersized, but their heart takes up for a lot of their lack of size. They just are competitors through and through. And I would even go as far as to say that Notre Dame hasn't seen and they have had some great guards, but they have not seen a fiery player like this since Skylar Diggins.
That's funny, yo. Now a start bench cut with Skylar and Hannah. Who you starting and who you cutting? Woo! But that's a good one right there.
I'm starting Scott, and the only reason I'm
freshman Sky versus Hannah Sky versus Hannah freshman.
Freshman Sky versus I'm going Hannah.
Hey Skylar, listen, don't block us, man. I know you like to block people and stuff, but we actually love you.
Today we've been talking. We friends now. What's
up?
Yeah.
Come on, exactly.
I want to show sis.
And Lauren made the decision. I didn't say anything. I just asked Lauren the question.
she probably would. She's a competitor, so she wouldn't answer the same way. But
Yeah.
it's undeniable. I mean, she's already breaking records, and the season isn't over yet.
Yeah, it's just never seen nobody with this still type of still rate in elite scoring.
Steals a game.
Yeah, and 24 points, and
some people average five steals a whole season. She's averaging 5 steals a game.
She's crazy. Special. It's crazy what she's about to break. Real quick before we move on though, I was watching I was able to see Sanaya Rivers go. She had a bag. I think she had 8 points, 4-12 shooting and stuff. And like sometimes I do like to see her because I remember when she was at South Carolina, she was the heralded freshman coming in, and I don't think that she played that much, so she had to get her transfer on and everything. But man, knowing that Malaysia was coming in, knowing that Raven was coming in, I was like, man, maybe Sanaya probably made the right decision on leaving, because as we move on and segue to, South Carolina versus LSU, those two guards is different in their own right. What Malaysia does coming off the bench, and what Raven does setting the tone of the game, just two different type of dynamic players. Like I understand why, Rivers decided to go to NC State and everything, because I think that it would have been the same thing. I think that she probably would have played more last year. And they actually kind of needed a point guard too, like that, because she can actually, she can shoot, But I think that this year kind of went right back to the same way and everything. Like South Carolina just so stacked. But let's get right to South Carolina, and they had a physical game, but they end up winning. They end up being LSU 79-72. A lot of controversy in this one. a lot of controversy, and man, I enjoyed the game. It was a really good game. I'm just looking at my notes, so pardon me, people that's watching live. Like Malaysia had 24 points off the bench, 8 of 12 shooting, 4 or 5 from the 3, won MVP of the SEC tournament. Man, she, like I said, she's a special player, and she was talking cash trash to anybody that was in her vicinity when she was scoring. She was giving Haley Van Lith the business like it was hereditary. Here, my child, take this business and move on with your life, because you're not ready to be playing basketball on a big level. So I'm going to give you the business, okay? And go ahead, my child, run along. Get out of here. You're not ready. Like she was busting Haley Van Lith ass. All right. Like Camila Cardoso and Andrew Reese battle was so funny. I enjoyed that battle too. As a post player, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how, Camila was just laughing and stuff and everything. It was just funny. And it, like, once again, South Carolina held Andrew Reese in check. Once again, like that's the type of style of defense she's going to go up against on the next level. And once again, she couldn't rise up to the occasion and stuff. That's why, we are heavily critical on Angel Reese, because we want to see her. We want to see her do great, to be honest. I want to see her be great, but I just don't like that she has not been getting better. The only thing she's been doing is beating her boyfriend in basketball and posting about it or whatever. And, really, she's the Shaquille O'Neal. She's the Shaquille O'Neal of women's basketball. She got all these freaking advertisements and stuff like that, but she is lazy. And I'm sorry, I don't even have to be in the vicinity of the gym to see that she has not been working on her game. I don't understand. Somebody as elite as she is, the strength that she has, actually has great ball skills too as well. She can handle the ball. When she even shoots the ball, she has great form. The ball spins well, but you can just tell that she's not what I would talk about the 10,000 hours working on their craft. She's not putting in the hours to get better at her game. It's the same thing. And I'm just like, are you going to get better? Like, there is no way. And no matter how strong and how big Camila Cardoso is, there's no way that she should be able to be on the same level as Angel Reese. Angel Reese, laterally, running up and down the court, she's faster. She's quicker laterally and everything. Like, she's athletically, she's the better player than Camila. Right. She's the better player than Camila athletically. but it's just something that Camilla has that she doesn't, and that's why I tweeted that Camilla's career is going to be better than Angel. I really feel like that. You know, like Angel is not going to be able to score on a WNBA level like we think. You know what I'm saying?
Who is we?
I'm going to ask a question for everybody that's listening. We got 50-something people in here right now. Is Angel Reese better than Kalani Brown?
No.
Can she score like Kalani Brown can score?
No.
No. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. It's not going to happen. And she's going to play center in this league where all these centers is huge now. They're big now. You know? It just pisses me off. And then she does a lot of this talking and stuff. And I don't mind the talking. Listen, I'm a trash talker too. But trash talking brings my game up to another level. I'm willing to put pressure on myself and everything. But like the way Angel was just pedestrian again, it's so frustrating because she has the tools to be an amazing player. She has all the tools. You know, hopefully I'm hoping that it clicks when she gets to a professional level. But from right now, I'm hoping. I'm
what
hoping.
Do you mean clicks? You just don't get better overnight without putting work in. Like what? What do you mean clicks? This is who she is. I think our expectations are too high for her. This is who Angel Reese is. Maybe we need to check ourselves and say, hey, you know what? She's okay with making $1.7 million with her NIL deals. She's okay with possibly going to the league and then maybe being out the second year and maybe playing overseas or maybe not even playing, maybe just being a model. She's okay with the Taya Cooper route. She's okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
She is definitely
right. Because she's on that, you know, she's heading down that road. And the thing is, when I say these things, pretty sit long listen, because when I'm saying these things, I'm really not trying to be rude. Like I'm really not, because she's from the crib. Like she lives near where I live. You get what I'm saying? So I never want to hate on anybody that looks like me ever. And it's not hate, it's just I'm disappointed. I think I'm just so disappointed that you had the world in your palms last year when you won a tourney and you come back and you didn't get better at all, bro. Like anytime she shot the ball from 13 feet and out, I cringed. It was scary. Like, what have you been doing? Like, I see you in the Bahamas with your man, you doing Reebok commercials, but why are you not in the gym? Who's pulling her aside and saying, look, you got to get better, bro? Like, no disrespect to Cardoso, big body, you know, can defend decent, you know, can't really move her feet that well, can defend decent, but she should not be getting bodied and she should not be getting shut down by Cardoso. I'm sorry. Like, we're not talking about, I'm sorry. She shouldn't be. Like, bro, what if you're getting bodied like this by somebody with two left feet, what you think gonna happen when you get to the league and play JJ? What you think gonna happen when you got to defend Stewie or Asia? What about Big T when they switch off? Like, what are you going? What you gonna do, sis? So my advice: you need to stay in school another year. Like, do not, and I repeat, do not draft or go into the draft. That's why she's holding off for so long before she's going to announce whether she's going or not. It depends on how far they get into this tournament. And it depends on how well she does. That's going to be a determining factor. But let me let you know this. She should not, and I mean not, declare to the WNBA because she might not make a roster. And if she does, she might only be on there for a year because her game is just not where it needs to be. Now, defensively, I love her activity on the boards. I think she is active. She has active hands. She moves her feet. I love what she does on the defensive end. But offensively, it's like watching paint dry. It's disgusting. Like, it's like, I used to think that she had good footwork. The thing is, she has good hands. So it's just mind boggling. It's irritating because you talk so much, but your game ain't showing. Like, you get in a press conference and you all rah, 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 rah. But where was that when your team needed you to score? When Cardoso got kicked out of the game, that should have been your time to dominate. Their whole bench pretty much got ejected. This should have been your time to shine. And what you do? Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing.
Then you hop on Twitter and get in the press conference. Oh, we not scared of SC. Okay, girl.
You don't have to be scared of somebody that's just better than you. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You don't have to be scared and everything. But
LSU is not going to be good until they realize that Anissa Morrow is the best player on that team. She's the best player on that team, and they refuse to get the ball to her. Like, it pisses me off. They did this last game. She had 19 and 10 boards, and they still refused to get her the ball. No one on South Carolina was shutting her down for the last 2 games, and they still go away from it. Kim, what the hell are you doing? Like, Anissa would be getting the ball every single time until they stop it. Every single time. Like, what are you doing? So, yeah.
Because Anissa can play, you know, through doubles and triple teams because she was getting that when she was at DePaul, you know, and still averaging 20.
And step back
and she can shoot the ball. Man, she's better than what I thought, you know. Sometimes I wish, even though I know South Carolina is a great team, I was really hoping that she was going to go there because I feel like I still think that obviously she still got 2 more years left to school, 1 more year, whatever she got. I still feel like Anissa still have some tools that Dawn Staley can get out of her because Dawn Staley's really good for some reason, just developing bigs, even though she's a point guard, you know. But Anissa is just a special, talented player, and I think that we said it earlier in the season that Anissa was the better player by far. That this should be her team.
I'm gonna also say this. I know that Angel left to get. I know when she left to go to LSU, she got a championship. So yes, we're going to talk about that forever. However, I think that her skill set would have been better if she stayed at Maryland. I think Brenda Freeze can develop players better than Kim Mulkey, and that's just.
But we know why. We know why she got the championship, man. She got the championship because Bree Bill, man. It's Bree Bill's fault. There was no way that I'll tell you this right now. When South Carolina lost last year, man, Angel, they was celebrating, yo. They were celebrating.
They were the smoke. Absolutely.
Come on, they already know.
She already knew what Aaliyah Boston was going to do.
The boogeyman, like, you know what I'm saying? The boogeyman, and she was able to get up against the boogeyman again. She didn't want no smoke with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's wild that you basically called Angel Reese the Cavender twins, yo. That's crazy. You said she's the Taya Cooper of women's of college basketball right now. That's crazy. You said that, yo. Sponsor.
Listen. I love that she's getting paid.
Yeah, get the bag.
Remember what got you paid, sis. This all revolves around that orange ball that has to go into the basket. Defense is great.
Yeah.
Defense is going to get you far, but at the next level, the thing is your defense is not going to be as good as it is now because they're going to be bigger, they're going to be stronger, they're going to be faster, and they're going to be coming for your ass because they see you talking. They see you talking. So you're doing all this too small. Oh, you about to be on the end of a lot of those. Because you are going to be playing, you're going to be a little girl in a women's league. Like
it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy for her. You know, you got to go against like Cheyenne Parkers. You know what I'm saying? Like what? It's going to be crazy, man.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
I really just listen. I want the best for her. Like, what's that girl's name? The track star that was smoking the weed and got kicked out. What's her name?
Sha'Carri Richardson, aka 20 million.
Yeah, right. So I was talking cash shit about her, right? So the only thing I said was I have no problem with people talking trash, but get in the lab. Like when you lose, get in the lab and perfect your craft. And now guess what sis did? She put her head down, did the work, got in the lab, perfected her craft, and now she winning all these gold medals and all these, all these championship things and breaking records. Like Angel needs to do the same thing. As soon as she gets in the lab, works on her game, I'll be the first to applaud her and apologize. But I just feel like it's a whole nother level that she can tap into that she has yet to do. And she talks too much. You're not that good enough to be talking that much. I'm sorry. You're not.
The street says that she's Charlie Collier in purple and gold.
Who is the streets?
That's what the street said.
That's not the streets. That's that barefoot you drinking. That's what said it.
Lauren, I'm gonna tell you something right now. My wine bottles is no cheaper than $89. Okay, listen. When it comes to wine and me, please. Listen, I'll pay for the experience. All right, I ain't barefoot. I feel offended, man. Never. Please. Right here, this
comment. People that look like us need to understand when you're in a place like she was with the world in her hands, like Lolo said, we have an unfortunate higher standard we have to live up to, and she is more than capable of showing the world she's her. She is. I mean, simple as that, she is. I think that's why I'm more so disappointed than anything. Like, so this is not a rant of me hating. Like, I'm just really disappointed. Like, I thought that
Yeah.
I thought she heard the noise in the off season because everybody was talking. Hey, is Angel serious about basketball? Is she working on her game? And I gave her plenty of opportunities, like the whole damn year, and it's still the same.
Lauren, I'm gonna tell you something right now. It was not a lot of people. It was a few of us, to be honest. I didn't hear the main people that be doing this sports stuff. They don't be doing that. They're not going to call somebody out when they play bad. I'm sorry. People cover this game with kid gloves. Like, I'd be the only one that was calling people out. You know what I'm saying?
That
like, you be calling people out.
Maybe it was just us.
It was just us. That's how I feel. I feel like nobody else be calling people out because everybody wants to protect their brand, you know, like whatever. But like when Brittany Griner wasn't playing up the part, and this is pre-Russia Brittany. This is pre-Russia BG. When she wasn't playing up the part, I was the first one to be like, yo, like, what are you doing? You know, just chill, calm down, play the game. You're elite. When Liz Cambage wasn't playing up the par, I got on her. I probably got on Angel on her worse than we get on Angel Reese. I'd be getting on Liz because I feel like when Liz is locked in, when Liz Cambage is locked in, she's the best basketball player on the planet. When she is locked in, she is the best basketball player on the planet. Love Aja Wilson, love everybody else, John Quell, Stewie, and everything like that. But when Liz Cambage is locked in, she is the best player on earth when it comes to women's basketball. She's so fleet of foot, soft hands, can score inside and out. Like that one season she had when she left, when she was in Dallas, when she scoring the 50 and averaging 24 a game, that year, that was the year I was like, yo, Shorty is different. She's going to dominate the league. So I was actually surprised when she left and went to go play in Australia for like 6 years. But like even right now in China, she's playing basketball. She's not causing no ruckus. She's playing the whole season and she's just been dominant. You know what I mean? She's been winning.
Paid. She only care about the dollar. That's why she playing. She getting paid.
Listen, hear me out.
Vernon, shut up. Stop. Caitlin. Stop. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
That's funny. Come on, Vernon. Nah, but even Liz been winning her matchups in those battles against her foreign counterparts in China. She's been going head to head with them. So like John Quell Jones or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And she I think that Liz definitely deserves another shot in the league, but that's a whole nother conversation and stuff. Hopefully,
she's not playing in the league again.
I know she's done. She's done. I know.
Money in China.
Listen, China is getting her what she's getting like $1 million for like 3 months. It's crazy. She ain't coming back. So, but listen, see, this is what we do about 9450. We love talking about basketball, but we didn't even get to the part yet. We didn't even talk about the fight. So what happened? I was in Target actually shopping. I had my phone in the cart, so I was able to watch the game and stuff while I was shopping in Target and stuff. And I just seen like people just ground. I was like, all right, yeah, it's probably it's almost the end of the game. And then once I seen the slow motion, I was like, okay, so Flau'jae bumped somebody, then Camilla come over with the bulldozer. Camilla Bulldozer, that's her new name for me, and just floored. And then it just went haywire. People coming off the bench. Haley Van Lith pushes Cardosa, and then Cardosa looks at Van Lith and thugs her out the way, and then she just stayed there the whole time and stuff, And then you see Flau'jae's brother trying to be Quando Rondo, jumping over the bleachers and stuff and causing the havoc. Then when he realized his short ass saw 6'7", 6'8", he said, Get your shit together, young fella. You almost got thrashed.
I just want to say that Cardoso, like, bro, why does she toss foe like that? Like, why does she just like?
Listen, you got
like
to
a little kid. Like, she just like it just Listen, she's strong.
As a post player, if you my guard low and somebody does that to you, I'm willing to accept getting ejected to make sure that you're protected at all times.
Absolutely. So I have absolutely no problem with what she did.
No problem. Zero. Now that whole rule with they can't play in the first game of the tournament, that's like, get them damn kiddie rules out of this This
trash.
is trash. Come on.
And that's why I don't like the That's what I don't like. Like that. No, don't put that up there. Don't feed into this BS. But that's what I don't like. I don't like how they want you to be competitors, but then they still want you to act like a lady. What the hell is that? Like, these are professional or going, on the verge of being professional athletes and professional in their own right. They're college athletes, right? So emotions are high. They're playing in a championship game. This is what happens. This just lets me know that most of y'all haven't really competed in real life.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
listen, I used to talk shit every single game. Almost got into a fight every single game. That's just what I did. Like I would I'm an emotional leader. That's how I led. Like if someone's talking shit, Lauren is going to handle it. So I respect that. If somebody's, knocking my teammates down, I'm going to handle it. That's just what it was. And whatever it came to, if we had to throw blows, that's what was going to happen. If I got ejected, that's what's going to happen. Sometimes that's how you got to lead. I have zero problem with it. I call her four, but she bowed Ashlyn. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I saw that, and so Cardoso responded. And so my only issue with the whole ordeal, why the hell her brother jumped out them stands? I can see your sisters getting beat and jumped. Like maybe if it was a brawl and she was getting jumped, possibly. But why the hell you jump out them stands? Because what you gonna do? Come hit a girl? You gonna come hit a college kid?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Now Ford got to spend her NIL money to get your dumb ass out of jail.
Now, we different right there because now when I say this, I don't condone don't go on the court trying to hit some chicks. You bugging if that was your intention.
No.
But I didn't mind him. No, because I kind of tweeted something like that people alluded to that. That's why we got a lot of people watching on Twitter right now, and we got a lot of people watching. So this is our biggest live show we ever done so far.
Okay.
So I just want to clarify that y'all stupid. Shut up. We're not condoning that at all. Because I said that I would have jumped in. That's my family. Definitely would have rushed the court if I was at the malice of the palace. If I was in Detroit at that time, and my brother, you know what I mean?
Different.
No, I'm just saying the reaction. No.
These are men though.
I'm just saying it was a reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, look, if Xavier's playing basketball, obviously you know that the adults on the court can handle it. They're kids. Right. Your first reaction is to go run and protect.
Right.
Now, once he realized, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he stopped. That's why he stopped. I feel like that's why he stopped. I'm like, yeah, you kind of wild and stuff, but I understand that's your sister. And I think also like the intensity with how hard she got hit is crazy. And then I also tied in the fact that, since how their father basically is not here because he passed away, he got shot to death and stuff like that. Probably got that we all we got attitude, that we all we got mentality. I'm around for my sister. I'm there and everything like that. So I kind of feel like that's what happened and stuff. But it was the only reason why it was funny to me was because when he stopped and looked and said, "Oh yeah, look, son, you like 5'2", my guy." You know what I'm saying? Right. You 5'2", you trade songs in the forest. There wasn't no energy. I kind of felt like, but then
Trey is not a good. We do not condone the things that Trey Songz does on this podcast.
You know what's funny? Facts. When it comes to them two, I always get Trey Songz and Lloyd mixed up. I'm sorry. So that's what it is. They both mad
different guys.
I get them both mixed up. But like,
let me read the comments real quick. Vernon, I missed the first part, so I don't know what y'all discussed. Is this every week this time? Yes, we might as well. 8:30 on Sundays. I guess that's our new time.
Yeah. And JC, who's late.
Who's not here? Emotion yet demand robot behavior. It's ridiculous. Exactly. They want women to compete, but then when they show any form of emotion, it's act like a lady. And I agree, Vernon. Johnson should have been ejected. This whole thing started because of Ford. How did she not get ejected? If she didn't put her forearm into Ashlyn, none of this would have happened. So, and also the ref needs to be at blame too, because they let a lot of chippiness go throughout the game. I like to let them play, but at some points in time, you got to reel it back in a little bit.
Yeah, you got to reel it back in the game. You got to reel it back in with some technical fouls and stuff like that. Yeah. Or at least tell the coaches like, hey, you know what I mean? It's getting kind of crazy and stuff. Right. But like, You know, and but also another thing I didn't like about it from a social media aspect was that people was complaining too, and I'm like this shouldn't be in basketball, right? Now, y'all always say grow the game, this, that, and other game, blah, 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 blah. This is good, but then when it happens, it's not good. Y'all got to pick a side. What they say, Kate, I always say, is it Uchiwali or is it one mic? You know what I'm saying? Is it? I'm gonna say, is it takeover or is it ether? Which one you want? You know what I'm saying? So, like, come on, like, this is a part of the game. This is what's going to get more eyes on it and everything. Sorry, this is just how it is. You know, y'all want the game to grow. Like, you can't get mad. You know, if like a player like Caitlin Clark is getting a lot of this love and stuff, and you can't get mad when South Carolina is and LSU is going at it. That's a dope ass rivalry right there. I hope that they link up somewhere down the line in the tournament and stuff, because that will be must see TV. That will be must see TV and stuff. So, but we can't complain and be like, yo, this is not, you know, good for the game and everything. Like, come on. We can't. The
only thing that I don't like about it is that it was a hell of a game, and now even when you look up articles or any coverage online, it's all about the almost brawl. They're not talking about the actual product that was on the floor, because the ladies played a wonderful game. You know, so that's my only issue. I don't mind emotions getting high in games. Like, these women are not robots; they are humans with emotions, and this shit means something to them. Like, they are passionate about the game of basketball, so I don't mind it. My uncle David going here. He says same rule for men's, more of a penalty on the next level. Refs did all those things. I don't agree, and you're a ref, so I don't agree, Uncle Dave, because I think that they let it get a little bit too chippy. There was times in the game in which Angel was pulling people's hair. I thought Cardoso's wig was going to come off. Like, I was very concerned.
She tried to do the Lauren Jackson to Lisa Leslie in the Olympics, man. You know what I'm saying? See, come on, man. Talk about I don't watch women's basketball. Like, get out of here, young. Get out of here. Y'all crazy.
Here we go. But not for real. Like, I think that I like how they let them play. But at a certain point in time, you can tell the game was getting out of hand, and it was going to get to some type of level. Maybe not that level particularly, but it was going to get out of hand some way. And again, I don't mind. Really don't mind the emotion behind it. I think it took too long. It took like 20 minutes for them to figure it out. And like,
now
they had to throw out. I think that changed the momentum of the game. And I don't see how 4 was not thrown out. Like, how was she still in the game? Like, that is insane to me.
So they got to do better with. It shouldn't have taken 20 minutes.
Yes.
In NBA, 5 minutes tops. You know what I'm saying? Come on. That we know what that is. This replays, you know who left the court. That doesn't take 20 minutes. That was crazy. And also, yo, you right. You know, normally I don't like to say you right. You know what I'm saying? I be hating on you and stuff. Normally I don't like saying you right a lot, but you're right on this one. And we're going back to Angel Reese real quick. The score was 70-75 with like 3 minutes left when that altercation happened. You trying to say you can't post up hard, get me 2 back-to-back baskets, a rebound, come down and probably get another N1 to change the game?
Yep.
That's crazy.
And what was she? SEC Player of the Year?
Man, she was Sanaya Lathan and Wesley Snipes. She pulled a disappearing act.
I'm cracking up, not disappeared.
That was a fire analogy right there.
Hey, yes, because that movie, that's okay. That okay.
Yeah. Except for all other, listen,
we have to see this team again. These teams play again in the NCAA tournament. Jamel Hill tweeted something like, "Do y'all want to see Iowa versus one of these teams, or do you want to see a rematch?" I need to see LSU versus South Carolina again. South Carolina, again, like I said, is the most complete women's basketball team in the nation right now. But it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Can they beat LSU 3 times in a row? So that would be interesting.
Yeah. They have too much fire. They have too much firepower. Too much firepower unless Angel swallows her pride and be like, "Oh, can Anissa lead us?" That's the only way.
Well, look, somebody tweeted today that we're being too hard on Angel because her ankle is injured. I don't give a damn if you step out on the court. You play basketball. Like, I was judging her before this game. I will judge her after this game. Like, she has not shown me enough, and that's just what it is. Like, I do understand that her ankle is messed up. I do.
Not the same bracket, Vernon. Not the same bracket. We want to see them for all the marbles. We don't want to see them in the Final Four. We want to see them for the title. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see them in the same bracket. That's
Man,
crazy. What you want to see
I'll
them
even
in?
do the Final Four too, though. The title would be great, but I would do the Final Four too. He
Vernon
said
want to
South
see them in the
Carolina's
Sweet
supposed
16. He want to see them in the Sweet 16. Get them out of here.
to. Hey, but what I will say this year, it's been a lot more upsets than I've ever seen. With the
You said
women's
what?
game, it's usually when you're ranked like number 1 or number 2, it's usually like automatic. Oh, they're gonna win. But it's been a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
more
yeah.
upsets than I've ever seen. Actually, in the last probably, I started consistently watching women's college basketball in 2007. Um, and yeah, this is the most like upsets I've seen so far. It's just been some
Yeah.
good basketball. Man, these girls they're good. Like they can hoop.
Now you want to talk about Stanford and USC real quick? Good
Yeah.
game, good whatever. Kudos to USC for winning the Pac-12. They beat Stanford 74-61, which is weird because Juju Watkins shot 2 for 15 and had 9 points, but Mackenzie Forbes 26 points on 21 shots, 4 for 8 from 3. The fact that Stanford was able to shut down Juju like that, and then y'all lose by 13, insane. How? Veterans.
Well, it's
I think
because
they had
the only, excuse me, I'm having a cough attack. But it's
you
because
good.
the only good person on Stanford is Cameron Brink. I mean,
Well, the other girl too, Kiki. I can't say her last name. I'll figure out her last name, but yeah, her and stuff. As Lauren going through smoker's cough, but
don't do that because I want. Don't do that. I'm sick and I still am a dedicated
yes, I know you.
employee. That's why I'm here on this damn podcast instead of laying down and getting my rest before work tomorrow.
Come on, man. You know we appreciate everything that you do and stuff like that. You know, come on now. You know, nah, but it was just sad that Stanford lost this game. They were supposed to win this game. I don't know how. Even with Mackenzie Ford.
Hold on, wait. He said Lauren going through Newport.
That was funny. Go on, Vernon. Come on, man. Vernon's funny. Comedians in the comments, man, and stuff. But yeah, I'm just looking at the stats. I'm just looking at the stats, and it's just like Stanford others didn't show up. Like Cameron Brink had 19 and 10. Yep. Kiki Irfin had 18 and 7. She played good. They both played good, but
and that's it.
Who was it? Yeah, that was it.
But shout out to Mackenzie Forbes, man. 26 and 5. And this is from someone that went to Harvard for a year and played, and so she's one of those seniors that we've been kind of talking about. That's
the veterans.
Away. And I think, and I think this game is a learning point for Juju. I think at the next, like for her to take that next step, we have to see her realize when my shot's not falling, I need to figure out other ways to impact the game. Instead of doing that, she's still kind of pressed and took some ill-advised shots. But I think that's when we see her game take the next step.
Yeah. I think that she was just pressing probably because, like, listen, remember at one point, the last game she personally lost to Stanford 51-55. You know what I'm saying? When they played them at Stanford. So I think that she probably was like that, but she probably wasn't used to, hey, let's double her every time she get the ball. So she never had no counter move to any of the first steps. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that she'll have to learn to work on. Basically, just hold the ball a little bit, pass it, move around and stuff. You know, your game will come to you and everything. But this was a perfect game for her.
Even from a coaching standpoint, they needed to get her on the move a little bit more.
Yeah. And
it's easier to defend when you're just standing there, right? So they needed to get her off of more screens and just moving around a little bit more.
Yeah.
But she was completely taking out the game. And the fact that they still won just shows that USC, like, we weren't talking about USC last year, really, and they're gonna be all right. They got some, freshmen coming in. Lauren, I saw your lung drop out. Listen, I am struggling, but I appreciate y'all checking on me. Listen, I'm gonna finish it out strong, but I'm struggling. How will the South Carolina run look if they don't win a title this year? I think it's a failure. But that's just me. I'm a harsh critic because having an undefeated regular season is a great accomplishment. Of course, it hasn't been done many times, right? But you play this game to win a national championship. You play the game to win championships. So to me, power through, Lord. Thanks, on Nick. To me, like, I feel like if you don't win a national championship and you went undefeated, what do we? I mean,
Yeah, it's like you're the Warriors. That's all. You're 73-9, and then you don't do it.
Basically,
you're the Warriors.
Didn't that happen to UConn? Was it UConn?
I don't remember.
Somebody went undefeated.
I forgot.
It was South Carolina.
Yeah, it was South Carolina.
South Carolina, yes. South Carolina.
Last year? Not last year. Because
they went undefeated, right? And then
I think they lost in the conference final. They lost. I don't think they won the conference tournament or something like that last year. I'm thinking, but I forgot. I gotta remember that. And I think that the year I forgot. SC did it last year, so Vernon is right then. SC did it last year. Okay. But yeah, I mean, hopefully South Carolina will win it. This, you know what I mean? It'll be all good.
But what do you think if they go undefeated? Like this whole time, they've had a great season, right? Especially after losing all your starters last year. A lot of people didn't expect for them to be in this position. So what is your take? What do you think? If they don't win the national championship, how do you deem this year for them?
I wouldn't. It's either win or bust, man. You know what I mean? This team has no reason to lose in the tournament at all. I feel like they're going to be the best team because their defense is so great. The only time I feel like when they lost to Iowa last year, I just kind of feel like they didn't make the adjustment. Like with me, they let Caitlin Clark score and assist. You know what I'm saying? They was doubling Caitlin, and then she was a willing passer to give the ball to Cesano. I would have just let Caitlin go ahead and get 60. You're going to get 60. You're going to break the scoring record, but you're not going to win because I would have held Cesano down and everything. That's what that was. You know?
I agree. I think that I agree with you. I think that was a coaching error by Don Staley, and I don't have a lot of smoke. I don't want nobody to beef with me. I love Don Staley. I love me some Staley, but I think that was a coaching error. You got to pick and choose.
Yeah.
You can't let her score and create. Like if
I said that last year on the podcast.
Goes for 70, oh well, we're making sure everybody else does not that water bottle empty. Bruh, y'all are on me. I love to see it.
Dude,
all right, keep it going. Say for Laura, if Clark wins it all, where is she ranked?
She's still not top. She's not top 10 or top.
Are we talking about all time, Burden, or are we talking about just college?
When they talk about this is what kills me. They be forgetting that Shamika Osclaw got 3 in a row. They forget that Stewie got 4 National Player of the Year awards with 4 national championships. So either way, she can't be 1. I feel like Shamika got 3 in a row. She can't be 2. You know, it's so many people.
No one. To me, Stewie is the best college player of all time. Right? For me, because when you one of the best based on her resume, right?
Cheryl Miller. All right, if you're going like game versus game, or like you're going on accomplishments, because Cheryl Miller was different.
Cheryl Miller was different. Cheryl Miller was very different, actually.
How many people? Like, let's name it. How many people got multiple championships? Candace, Maya Moore, right?
Candace, Maya,
Stewie. You know what I'm saying? Tamika Catchins. You know what I'm saying? Tamika Catchins was with Tennessee when Shamika Osclaw was winning. She at least has 2 championships. Yes. I think that she at least 2. She got 2. She don't got 3, but she got 2.
Diana has how many?
I think she got 2 as well, maybe 3. Knowing them UConn, she probably got 3. You know, so just that alone, Caitlin can't be even in the top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now,
DT got 3.
Now, if she does win 1, now that's what Cheryl Swoops has won. You know what I mean? Are we putting in Cheryl? And Cheryl Swoops did it. Nobody broke her scoring record to this day, man or woman, in a national championship game. She had 47. You know what I'm saying? So you don't. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So
it doesn't matter. She don't have a shot.
And Vernon, I hear you. All these players that we are naming were on powerhouses, and they had all the other they had other teammates that were all Americans as well. So I think that is taken into consideration. For me, if Caitlin wins 1 with this Iowa team, I would be okay with at least entertaining conversations about it. She would not be in the conversation for me, but I wouldn't just completely shut down the conversation if someone had that argument. I would say if we're talking about straight skill set, she's up there. If we're talking about straight skill set, but if we're talking about body of work, if we're talking about you chose to go to Iowa, so that ain't our fault. Like you chose to go play in corn and shit. That ain't our fault.
Well, she's from there, so but
okay, but that ain't our fault that you didn't choose a powerhouse, right? But I do give you an extra pat on the back for taking a team like that as far as she has multiple times. So
yeah, like going to the national championship last year was crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If she took them to the Natty this year, especially against a stacked team like South Carolina and all the other stacked teams, then we could have that conversation.
You know what's crazy though? As great as South Carolina is defensively, they don't have like a type of defensive player at like Bree Bill to guard a Caitlin though, and that's crazy because Caitlin gave them 40 something. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a tough matchup, especially if the other players on Iowa is rolling. If Caitlin's rolling, because remember Caitlin was rolling early. Like
how did they defend her again? They face-guarded her.
They double teamed her all the time. They double teamed her.
She can pass out the double. I'll go boxing one, bro.
Yeah, just go get 70, get 75, break the record, get social media, grow the game, grow the game even more. But y'all didn't win the championship. That's how it's got to be.
She's not even in the conversation until she wins one. This is the thing. I don't like when the goalpost moves because on the men's side, when we talk about the greatest of all time, it's always a Reign conversation. That is somewhere in the conversation of greatest of all time.
Well, in college, it's always just Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like it's always Kareem is the greatest college basketball player of all time. Like that's it. It's Kareem, and then also Bill Walton is like 2. Like UCLA got some players. You know what I'm saying? They would say Bill Walton is 2 because I think in the national championship game, he shot like 22 for 24 or something like that. Like Bill, and this is, injury-free Bill Walton, and then they would say Magic and Larry is the other ones and stuff like that. But it's always number one is always Kareem. That never moved because Kareem only lost like 1 game, 2 games in college and won 3 championships in a row. And stuff like that. So like Kareem is always just a guy. It's like nobody could get Kareem. He's just too accomplished.
I guess I want to know whether people are considering Caitlin the greatest of all time because she beat the scoring record, or is it her actual skill set? Because if we're talking about scoring record, does that mean Kelsey Plum was the greatest of all time?
That's true.
She had the record since 2017. So I just want to know what is the criteria? Like, are we talking about straight skill set, or are we talking about because of everything she accomplished? If we're talking about straight skill set, you can't be the greatest of all time if you can't play both ends of the floor, in my opinion. If you're a cone drill on the defensive end, you cannot be my greatest player of all time. Like, I understand offense and shooting logo threes is very exciting. I think I'll say this: she's the most exciting player that we've seen. One of the most exciting players that we've seen. I'll say that. But greatest skill set, no.
Offensively, like obviously we've seen what she did. She never averaged no less than 27 in her 4 years in school. Like, and she's winning, and she's winning doing this too. She's winning as the solo option on the team or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So offensively, she's up there. I figured, like, I don't know what ranking. I have to look it up, but like, offensively, what she did her 4 years is super elite what she did and stuff. But we're also in the social media area where there's more eyes, a lot of new eyes who never seen these other players we're talking about. Yeah. So of course that's why I don't really feed into that conversation because of that. It's going to get crazy. So I just be like, listen, y'all have it. If y'all think that she's the greatest, then that's y'all opinion. It ain't mine. It's yours. But y'all got to look at. Just even go back 10 years, go back 15 years, and then you'll see like UConn, them UConn teams that won.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that people claim to be basketball fans or just in general, basketball fanatics is what the guy said. And he didn't know who Maya Moore was. I'm like, stop. How can you be a basketball? Seriously though, right?
I saw that. Come on, man. That was crazy. Like, come on, son. You gotta be better.
Casual, you know what I'm saying? Man, casuals.
That was the definition of casual right there. You know, Travis
sure.
Scott is a casual too, though. How you going?
You know Jake, but you know Jake from State Farm.
You know, Jake
Maya Moore, bro.
walk past Maya Moore. That's another casual too, as well.
And that's fine. Like I don't mind Travis Scott being a casual. I don't mind. It's just people that say that they're not, and you don't know who Maya Moore is. Man or woman, you should know who that. Stop, bro. If you watch basketball,
exactly. Even if you don't know Maya Moore for basketball, you should know. Never mind.
All right, moving right along. What is wrong with you?
We didn't have the moment yet. That's all. We didn't have the moment, but I'm not going to have the moment, I guess. You know what I mean? I want to say it so bad, too. For like that little kid, like, you know, you ever seen Xavier, like, hey, don't touch that. It's going to fall. You're going to break it. And then he just does it anyway.
Every day of my life.
I'm not going to do that.
Every day of my life. Every day of
I'm
my
not
life.
going to do it. But, like, you should know Maya Moore for what she did for justice, for her justice thing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least, come on. Y'all crazy. Y'all don't know who she is.
What did you think about, I'm circling back to this game, but what did you think about Kim Mulkey's press conference quote in regards to, but I tell you this, I wish Cardoso would have pushed Angel Reese. If you're 6'8", don't push someone that little. That was uncalled for, in my opinion. Let those two.
My whole thing is this.
Huh?
My whole thing is this. I mean, Angel Reese is still that little too. Compared to Camilla, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like
6'7", 6. Everyone's little towards her.
Everybody's little. And Camilla be knowing that shit too. I like when she be staring you down and stuff. I'm like, I like her.
She just be laughing at the foolishness. Like
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Listen, I don't have an issue with Kim Mulkey only because of this. She's a former player, and as a former player, she's just as fiery. You see her, like, see, a lot of people don't know this. You know, Kim Mulkey, point guard on Louisiana Tech, you know, one of the greatest college basketball teams of all time. If you watched her play and you see her coach, she's the same way as a player. She was very fiery. I think sometimes that she just calls it how she see it and just shoots off and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? She's competitive, just like Dawn. Obviously, Dawn goes about it in a more classy way, very respectful way and stuff. But like, I wish Kim Mulkey would be different when the way that she gets her point across and everything. But I just saying sometimes I just understand, like, okay, cool. That's just who she is as a coach and everything. I think that like deep down inside, like she don't really be meaning no harm to people, but it's just her delivery is just her delivery is trash. Her delivery is like Ace Ventura, Pet Detectives, the first scene when Jim Carrey was running around with the UPS bag, shaking up the glass, breaking it, kicking it in the elevator and stuff like that. That's her delivery skills. She got the delivery skills. It's just it's bad, but I understand what she's trying to say, but she just got to word it a little bit different and stuff. Just say, hey, you know, we got to be more competitive or whatever like that. There's ways to go around it and stuff.
This is my thing. If Dawn would have said that, they would have had her head on a fucking stick.
That's
my thing. That's where that white privilege comes in, and no disrespect. But this is just a fact. That's where privilege comes in, because if Dawn would have said the exact same thing, they would have been picking apart her words and her phrases on ESPN all night, SportsCenter all night. But because Kim is of lighter skin complexion, she's able to say
she's white.
Right. That's what I mean.
She's white.
I'm not talking about light skin like black. No. I would never call a Trumper. I would never call a Trumper that. Or
Trumper is crazy.
Did she not vote for him?
I don't know who she. Listen.
Okay. You can come on now. You know where she was January 6th. Stop playing. Stop. Like the fact Kim.
Hold on. Wait. So you trying to say she got the rifle with the Angel Reese T-shirt on?
The Bayou Barbie Blicky. The Bayou Barbie Blicky is crazy.
That's crazy, yo.
But
welcome back to the WB.
Right. But listen, I tweeted about it before. I got all the smoke for Kim, specifically based on how she treated like Brittany Griner when she was detained in Russia. Like she played for you, Brittany. She played for you, and she helped you win a national championship, and you ain't have nothing to say. Not even my prayers are with her. Like, even if you ain't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, the least you could have done, because you say you a praying woman, my prayers are with her. That wouldn't have killed you. So after that, I don't got no rap for Kim. Like, you know, I'm good on her. That's what that is. But yeah, I mean, great games today overall. We didn't talk about Paige Beckers had a great game too. I didn't watch. That's the only game I did not watch today. You didn't see it either, did you?
Nah, I didn't see it either because I just was just worried about like the conference championships. I want to make sure I got as much as in it I can and stuff. But yeah, Paige is still elite, and I'm glad that she's coming back. You know what I mean, for another year, so she can get past this injury. Hopefully, try to compete for a championship. She was supposed to at least have one in her tenure, but you know, obviously the injuries that happened to her. You know, AZ Fudd's injury too as well. So
yeah, she had a 27, 12 boards. The most impressive thing to me was 0 turnovers. You know,
0
especially
turnovers
with the ball in her hand that much.
3 steals, 4 blocks. She was all over the place.
Yeah.
She
had a great game. Crazy
yeah,
part is the craziest part is Marquette scored 9 points in the whole second half, 0 points in the fourth quarter. How do you play a whole basketball game and score 0? As a college D1 team scored 0 points in the fourth quarter.
Fire the coach. I don't care. That should be that's a fireable offense. That's a fireable offense right there, yo. That's crazy.
You went 10 whole minutes and you couldn't even get a free throw, bro.
For 10 minutes? That's wild, man.
But get this. The first quarter, they only scored 5 points.
So they just only did work in the second quarter and the third. That's it.
Not even really. The score was 29-58. So they scored 5 points in the first quarter, 15 points in the second quarter, 9 points in the third quarter, and 0 points in the fourth quarter.
So for dramatics, we can say, damn, Paige Beckers lost a tough one today, 29-27.
I mean,
tough game by Paige.
Paige literally scored 27, and Marquette had 29 total points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She lost by 2. Yeah, she lost by 2.
Yeah, she lost by 2. That's the game right there.
Yeah, she lost by 2. It's a tough game. That's crazy, man. That's embarrassing. Come on. And you Marquette, big D1 conference. Come on. Yep. Coaches, players, you know what I'm saying? Players, y'all might have to go to the NIL poll, the NIL and shit. Y'all don't deserve no money. Y'all need to go to the transfer portal or, matter of fact, go work in the bookstore at the school. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Go serve them lunch because obviously you're not playing basketball. 10 minutes, cardio and vibes.
Look, this is all without Aaliyah Edwards too.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's interesting. So I know obviously UConn plays tomorrow against Georgetown. Okay. That's interesting.
Very
okay. Interesting. Before we get out of here, I know we gotta get out of here soon. Just 2 more things. One for fun, one is actually serious. Caitlin Clark with the Kobe Bryant pose on the trophy is wild, yo. Don't play with Lauren's goat like that, yo.
Hey, Caitlin, stop playing with my goat. Stop.
Come on,
whoever the lady that was so pressed to show us that she took that picture, delete that
that's
shit.
Bree.
What did that gift say? That mean delete that shit. Delete that shit.
Delete. No. What? No. It better. Wakanda. Black Panther when tried to kick the thing he was recording. Delete that footage.
Or we can go Anthony Edwards. Send me the video.
Yeah, send me the video. You ain't getting 100,000 though. Well, hey, that's a whole different type of podcast. You ain't getting 100,000, son. I'll send you the video. You ain't getting 100,000. They need LeBron James getting dunked on early in his career footage. Delete that picture. Come on.
Delete it.
Come on. I get it. I'm not even mad at Caitlin, man. It's the photographer, man. Like, come on.
I'm not mad at it. It's all in fun. I get it.
It really is just all the fun.
Stop playing with my note, though. Stop playing.
Yeah. But on a serious note, we moved to the NBA for one real quick because I'm just reading it on my notes and stuff. But it said that Alfred Sengun from the Rockets hurt his leg like kind of really bad. Tonight.
I saw that they wheeled him off, and I read it. They wheeled him off in a wheelchair or something.
Something like that. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And we like Sengun.
We're big on him over here. I think he's like people laughed at me when I said it. You don't like him?
Nah. You text me with that bull with that BS what he did to Wemby. It's all good.
Oh, there. I was gonna say, just in totality, his game is like an undeveloped baby Jokic game. Like he plays like a baby Joker. He's just not as consistent. But when it slows down for him a little bit more, because he doesn't know when to be aggressive and when to like take the lead. But that kid, I mean, he can play. Like he can really play.
I say this is his 3rd year. He's better than Jokic was in his 3rd year. Jokic wasn't this good.
Yeah, I agree.
He wasn't this good. Jokic was like, I think 16, 8, and 4. He wasn't. Nah, Şengün's better. You know what I'm saying? Şengün, he's on his way. If all the Rockets got to do is that's his team.
Yes, they got to build around him.
Don't give it to the kid with the kid, Jalen Green. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not Jalen Green. He's good, but no. Şengün is way better. Şengün is better. He's better.
His team. It needs to be a team. Yes,
he's
agree.
better. That's his team. That's the way. And if Jabari Smith Jr. can develop as well, like along that path,
I love him. Yes,
I'm telling. No, I'm just playing.
I love his game.
I'm just playing. I'm sorry.
JC kid with the kid is crazy. It really is.
No, it's not.
But you know who's crazier? Drea. Shame on
Drea
you.
is not crazy. Nope. Drea is not crazy. I'm gonna tell you why again.
She's getting the bag, but
stop. You know, listen. Wear this. What is this? This is plastic. Wear this. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and put a barcode on it too. So when you finish, you know what day it was. So you store it just in case they try to, use it against you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, listen, Drea needs to be thrown under the jail. And I don't care where nobody, bro. Your baby daddy can't be the same age as your son.
That's wild.
Throw her, and I'm not even joking. Throw her under the jail. And I get it. Listen, if they were like, let's say he was 40 and she was 60, I wouldn't care. That little boy just turned 22. What was you at 22? Your brain ain't where it's supposed to be. Come on now.
Yo,
22.
My step pops is if I'm older than my step pops by a couple of months, yo, we are fighting. That's about to be some real. That's about to be some real. Don't be a menace right there, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Like what kind of situation are you putting your child in? Like the jokes are. I mean, imagine the jokes that he's getting. Like he is getting cooked. Like broiled cooked, boy. Like just
that's crazy. Man.
And he's not even claiming her.
Yeah.
How you not getting claimed by a 22-year-old?
Listen, the next contract he's eligible for a supermax when his rookie deal is up. It's going to be close to like $300 million. This is when that TV contract kick in. She's probably going to get over the lifetime of that $300 million deal, 25% minimum. That's a lot of money. You think she really cares about being claimed? If we're being honest, completely, you know what I'm saying?
No. My concern is actually the child because you're raising a
yeah.
And so, what are you
having a daughter? Wow.
So, as a woman, what exactly are you teaching her? How to trap a man? Like, what do you? And I'm a girl's girl. I love Black women, and I don't she's mixed, so I'm going to consider her Black, but I don't know. You just can't do this. You just can't. Like, you're raising a daughter. What are you teaching her? Like, what are you going to be teaching her? Like, that your looks is the only thing that matters? Like, what are we?
And this is true. And that's true. What JC is saying right there. That is true. She been on him.
I heard that too.
She been on him. And she was even, that's not her. That's the other one. The other one was on. We're not gonna get into that other NBA player and stuff like that. But they be grooming though. You know what I'm saying? They be in them DMs and stuff. Listen, Drea is a very attractive, very beautiful woman and stuff. Absolutely. Probably in them DMs showing a little bit of the shoulder and stuff like that. And son got horny. He took it out on his teammate.
Man, what?
There you go. Let's tie it together. He's like, listen. He thought his teammate was Drea. And was wilding. Yeah, son, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. But kids, be smarter, man. Everybody's just, come on. I feel like what is it, March? By the India Olympics, we're going to see trouble brewing, and that's just what it is right there. Then she wants child support, and that's what it is.
Drea hunts aliens in her spare time. Predator. I'm crying. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Here we go and stuff. But as we wrap the show up though, it was a great day of basketball. We had a lot of fun watching it. A lot of controversy, especially with that fight and everything. That fight was hilarious to me. Just seeing Haley Van Lith getting sunned real quick. Like, you gonna roll up on her tough. It was just a pretty fun day of great basketball, even with Iowa and Nebraska and
Absolutely.
everything. It was some really good basketball. But yeah, as
And
we
one
get
thing
out
I
of
want to
here,
say really quickly
yeah,
is I love the fact that my entire timeline was talking about all the women's game all day.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
guys that don't typically watch women's basketball were supporting, and it was a good product. Like it's not like when they got on the big stage on national TV they folded. Like it was every game was competitive and good. So I'm just
yeah,
thrilled about that.
yeah. But as we get out of here, once again, we want to say thank you for listening to us. The 9450 codename WBB edition of the show. Don't forget to follow us. Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
slideshow. Okay,
forget.
slideshow.
Let's get it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the 9450, on Instagram at the 9450 underscore, TikTok, the same thing, and on YouTube at the 9450 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Lauren, listen, I got us prepared today. You feel me? That's what it is.
I feel it. I
um,
like it. I love it.
um, but yeah, like I said, overall, it was a really, really great show. Had a lot of
Yes, thanks
fun.
for bearing with me and my voice and my
Yeah, it's
coughing.
just the flu
So,
game. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You're going to see us with the picture, me hugging Lauren. We walking to the bench after she put up 47 tonight and stuff. But any shout outs though before we bounce?
Just shout out to everyone that continually supports us. Like I see who retweets us, I see who posts us. Like it's noted, and when the sponsorship bag comes, we
Yeah.
will remember the folks that supported us when we just asked for a simple retweet. We don't ask for money. We just ask for a simple retweet, some support. That's all.
Yeah, but Cash App us at 265 Media on Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Lauren needs that medicine and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Put that lug on your desk or ice. Yes, I'm not talking for the rest of the night. I got to save my voice for tomorrow.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna get out of here. And with that being said, yeah, stay tuned. We got more shows coming up. K-Dot is dropping tomorrow with Jump Ball and Study Hall. He's also doing his mock draft, 2 rounds of the mock draft and everything. So please stay tuned with that. That's going to be on the Substack and stuff. Y'all be safe. We out of here. Love is love. Peace.